Yeah, welcome back to my live. In this aspect, we're going to reveal UTME CBT question, physics precisely. Now, this video will actually show us and let us know everything we need to know about the 2023 UTME question. Now, these are pure computer-based questions that you have to have a sincere idea about before writing the final exam, which is starting on the 25th of this month. Now, we have questions, but I want you to know and believe that there are more questions on theoretical aspect and calculation aspect in present CBT questions. So you prepare, you have to understand the concept of any topic you are doing in physics, not just the formula, not just the calculation only. Calculations are there, but meanwhile, the theoretical aspects are more essential now. All right, now we have the first question here. They said the amount of heat energy required to change a kilogram of ice block into water without changing temperature is, so the answer here is specific, specific latent heat of fusion of ice. So specific latent heat of fusion of ice is that. So we have two types of specific latent heat. Okay, there is the specific latent heat of vaporization, and also there is specific latent heat of fusion. Now, if it is changing from solid ice block to liquid water, then you say it is specific latent heat of fusion. But if it is changing from water to vapor, then you say it is specific latent heat of vaporization. So with respect to this question, the answer is specific latent heat of fusion of ice. So we move quickly to the next question. The next question says which expression gives magnetic flux? Okay, we have QVB sine theta. We have the second option, the third and the fourth option. Quick one. So magnetic flux, okay, having that symbol is the product of magnetic field intensity or magnetic flux density multiplied by the area. Then if an angle is given, theta. Okay, so now this equation, that is equation the third options there. Now this is measured in Weber, this is measured in Tesla, and this is area in meters square. All right, then we have the angle cos theta. So the expression that gives the magnetic flux is BA cos theta. Now quick one, the third question says the graph of pressure against the reciprocal of volume in Boyle's law is, okay, when you draw a graph, okay, of pressure on the y-axis and reciprocal of volume, that is 1 over v. Now it's going to be a linear graph with respect to Boyle's law, Robert Boyle's law. So the correct answer there is straight line, not hyperbola, not parabola, not curve. So it's going to be a straight line. So quick one. And the next question, the question says, and I read, what quantity of heat is required to convert 20 grams of ice at 0 degrees Celsius to water at the same temperature? So we are given the specific latent heat of fusion of ice to be 336 joules per gram. Now, I have to calculate the quantity of heat, okay, and the temperature is maintained. So when temperature is not changed, we have Q is equal to ml. M is mass. M is mass. L is specific latent heat of fusion of ice. So the mass has been given to be 20 grams multiplied by 336. Okay. So when you multiply that to, then you have 6.72 times 10 raised to the power of 3 in joules in standard form. They want the answer in standard form. Right. Now, the next question here says a train of mass 1,600 kilogram attain a speed. Now, a train of mass, so the mass of the train has been given to be 1,600 kilogram, attains a speed of 25 meters per second. 25 meters per second in 20 seconds. Time has been given to be 20 seconds. Okay, so we are asked to develop, the power developed in the engine is. So what power has been developed in the engine? Now we know that power is equal to energy, the ratio of energy to time is the energy expended over time. Now we are asked to calculate the power developed in the engine. Okay, or is it does the question says the train, does the question ask us to calculate the power in the train? So that's why we have to be careful in this case, right? Now we learned also that power, which is the product of force multiplied by velocity, and force is ma. Force is the product of mass and acceleration multiplied by velocity. So power will therefore be equal to mass, velocity, acceleration, ma, as a is acceleration is velocity over time, then multiply by v. Okay, so therefore power will be equal to v multiplied by v, that is v squared over t. So what do you have? V squared over t. The mass is 1600 multiplied by velocity. So now velocity is 25, then square divides by the time, which is 20. 0 cancels 0, 2 here 1, and 2 here is 80. 25 is 625. 25 squared is 625. Then multiply by 80. That is 50,000 watts, and which is equivalent to 50 kilowatts. All right. So let's go check the options, and we can see that the option D actually happens to be the correct option. Now we have to be careful here. The question did not ask us to calculate the power developed in the train, but rather the power developed in the engine. If the question has asked us to calculate the power developed by the train, that will be half mv squared because the train is on motion. All right. So now, quick one, we move to the next question. The next question says, the main factor which affects the speed of sound wave is the property of the medium, amplitude of the sound wave, intensity of the sound, loudness of the sound. Now, main factor that affects the speed, that is the property of the medium, where we have temperature, pressure, and also wind. But pressure is minute, not significant. Okay, the effect of the effect of pressure on the speed of sound wave is negligible. Now, quick one, the next question. What does it say? A semiconductor is formed by covalent bonds. All right, semiconductor is formed by covalent bond. And the next question says, which of the following is a scalar quantity? All right, so the one which is a scalar quantity is energy, the potential energy. Weight is vector, momentum is vector, displacement is also a vector quantity. All right, quick one. The next question says, the mercury column in the barometer at notational atmospheric pressure has a height of, okay, all the options here, we have them in centimeter. So now if it is in centimeter, it's going to be 76 centimeter at the sea level. Okay, however, if it is in millimeter, it's going to be 760 millimeter at the sea level. Now, quick one. The next question, what does it say? If an object just begins to slide on a surface inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal, the coefficient of friction is, okay, so that is tan 30 degrees. Okay, that's the coefficient of friction. So which is simulated to 1 over √3. All right. Now the next question here says, which of these is a derived unit? All right, so Newton, which is force, Newton is a derived unit, okay, which is a unit for force. Kilogram is for mass, meter is for length, seconds is time. All right, now the next question says if a bar magnet is divided into two pieces, which of the following statement is correct? Two new magnets are created. The magnetic field of each separate pieces becomes stronger. The electric field is created. The bar magnet is demagnetized. So now when you divide a bar magnet, okay, to form two pieces, now two new magnets are actually created. Now, quick one. The next question says, consider a wave equation y equal to 5 millimeter sine 1 centimeter 1 centimeter times y is equal to 5 millimeter sine 1 cm per x minus 60 per seconds t. The wave number is dash. Now wave number is denoted with a symbol k. So now you compare this with one of the equation of progressive wave, which is y equal to a sine, open a bracket, kx minus omega t. Then you close the bracket. Now this is your wave constant. So you have to compare this equation given in the question with this equation. So the y-axis there equal to the amplitude is 5 millimeter, then sine. Then we enter the bracket. Now similarly corresponding to the bracket is 1 centimeter. Okay, 1 per centimeter. Then you have the minus. The angular frequency is 60. Then you have the time. Now this k is equal to, okay, is tantamount or is a rhyme on the same line with 1 k per centimeter. All right, that is option C. Quick one there. Now the next question, what does it say? The question says an object 40 centimeter high, okay, the height of the object has been given to be 40 centimeter, is 30 centimeter from the pinhole camera. All right, so the object distance is 30 centimeter. Okay, if the height of the image form is, so now, object, that is HO. If the height of the image formed is 20 centimeter, that is HI. What is the distance of the image? That is V. Okay, that is image distance. Now using the formula which says magnification we know to be image over object distance. All right, so now that is V over U is equal to, that is image height over the object height. Now the image distance is what we ask to calculate, divided by U, which is 30, equal to the image height has been given to be 20, then the object height is 40. Now what we're calculating is V. So how do we get V? By cross multiplying. We say 30 multiplied by 20 divide by 40. So this cancel this. 2 here 1 and 2 here is 2. So 2 in 30, that is 15. Okay, so therefore the image distance is 15 centimeter, and that is option there. All right, now the next question here says a bar magnet is placed near and lying along the axis of the solenoid connected to a galvanometer. The pointer of the galvanometer shows no deflection when When with the pointer of the galvanometer show no deflection when a bar magnet is placed lying, the axis of the solenoid. So we have the first option, the magnet is moved toward the stationary solenoid. Another option says there is no relative motion. Third option says the magnet is moving away from the stationary solenoid. The solenoid is moving away from the stationary magnet. Okay, so there will be no reflection when there is no relative motion. All right, so quick one to the next question there. Tires are threaded to increase friction. Okay, that is a quick one there. Now the next question says a car starts from rest. So when the car starts from rest, the initial velocity is 0, covers a distance of 40 meters. Distance is 40 meters in 10 seconds. So time is 10 seconds. What is the magnitude of the acceleration? Now you look for the equation that connects those things. Equation of motion, equation of a linear motion that connects. So we have S equal to ut plus half at squared. So this, since the initial velocity is 0, so this will be 0. Then you have half at squared. So S will be equal half multiplied by acceleration, which we don't know yet. Okay, so we've been given the value of S. Let's substitute directly. That's 40 equal to 1 over 2 times A times time is 10 square, which is 100. Quick one. So now we have 40 equal to 100A over 2. So this is 50. All right. So we can say 40 is equal to 50A, isn't it? So we divide both sides by 50. So the acceleration is equal to 4 over 5, isn't it? So and 4 over 5, that is equal to 0.8. So now quick one to the next question. And what does it say? The relationship between the coefficient of linear expansion and the volumetric expansion is 3 multiplied by the linear expansion. Okay, option C there. Now the next question says, which of the following is not a consequence of hydrogen bubble covering the copper plate of a primary cell? All right, so which of the following is not? Okay, so formation of hydrogen bubbles on the electrode, of course, increasing the resistance of the cell, increasing the internal resistance of the cell. Then local action itself is not. Then we have polarization. The correct answer there is the local action in a primary cell, precisely. Now quick one to the 20th question. A cell whose internal resistance is 0.55 ohms delivers a current of 4 ampere to an external resistor. Okay, the current is 4 ampere. So we are asked to calculate the lost volts. Lost volts is the product of current multiplied by the internal resistance. As a 0.55 multiplied by 4. Okay, so that is equal to 2.20 volts. That is the lost volts. Okay, quick one. Now we have the next question, which says, in the formation of the sea breeze, wind blows from the sea to land. All right, in the formation of sea breeze. The next question, what does it say? The question says, which component of fiber optic or optic fiber connector has the provision of entry for the fiber along with the fixation to connector housing? Okay, so that is a coupling device. All right, that is a coupling device. Okay, a coupling device will actually help in splitting, okay, signal from the, it actually splits the input signal to get to output signal. So it's a splitter. Okay, it has a property to split. So the answer is a coupling device which can also split. Now, in order to view the sun, the most suitable instrument to use is the helioscope. Okay, there is no instrument of that name sun meter. If you want to view a far object, you use telescope, and this one is used in studying the vibration of water wave precisely. So now an helioscope is actually used to view the sun without damaging the eye. Now, 24th question says the eclipse of the moon occurs. Okay, eclipse of the moon, which is the lunar eclipse, will occur when the earth is in between the sun, all right, and the moon. So when the earth, so the sun comes exactly between the earth and the moon. The earth come exactly between the moon and the sun. So this is correct. So moon same, that's the code. All right, now quick one, the next question. And what does it say? Gravitational pull on the moon is 1/6 that of the earth. So G moon is 1/6 that of the earth. All right, if a body weighs 6 Newton on the moon, all right, what will be the weight on the earth? So G moon has been given to be 6. All right, G moon is 6. Okay, equal to 1/6 that of G earth. So we are asked to calculate the G earth. So to get that, you have to cross multiply, and on cross multiplication, your G earth will therefore be equal to 6 multiplied by 6. That is 36 Newton. Okay, that is 36 Newton. Now we have the next question. And what does it say? It says, and I read, the vapor pressure, what happened to the vapor pressure? Increases non-linearly with measuring temperature. Increasing linearly with increasing temperature. Okay, now vapor pressure will actually increase with increase in temperature, but meanwhile, the increase will never be linear. When we plot a graph of vapor pressure against temperature, it can never be linear. So it will increase non-linearly with temperature. All right, so we have that option as the correct one there. Now in the next question, we have the potential energy in an elastic string for force constant K, which has extension X. So potential energy is equal to half Ks squared. So extension, so half Ks squared, option C happens to be the correct answer there. Now we have this next question, and what does it say? A reservoir is filled with a liquid of density. The density of the liquid has been given to be 2000 kilogram per meter. We have to calculate the depth, okay, which the pressure in the liquid will be equal to, okay, 9,100. Pressure has been given to be 9,100, and the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second square. Now pressure in liquid has been measured to be the product of density, gravitational field intensity or acceleration due to gravity, then an height, which is depth. We have to calculate the depth. So to calculate depth, we have pressure divided by density multiplied by G. Okay, so what do we have there? Pressure is 91 divided by the density, which is 2000, multiply by 10. So 2 of these we cancel this. So we left with 91 divided by 200. So that is 0.455 meters. Okay, 0.455 meters, right? You guys should not forget to try as much as possible to subscribe to this channel. It will be very helpful, so that we can reveal all the questions you will do in the forthcoming UTME. This will really assist. Now, in the next question, we have water is not a good thermometric liquid because it wet glass. Okay, because it wet glass. Okay, that's the answer. Quick one says, which of the following is a secondary lever? All right, where we have the opener, we have the wheelbarrow. So wheelbarrow is secondary. Plier, scissors are first class, and the like. So the answer there is wheelbarrow. Quick one. Which of the following liquid is a poor conductor of electricity? And that is distilled water. It has no salt at all in it, so it can't conduct. Now this question here on radioactivity, it says an isotope has an initial activity of 120 becquerel BQ. 6 days later, its activity is 15 becquerel. The half-life is, okay, so now an isotope rather was initially has 120, okay, becquerel. That's the initial activity. Now 6 days later it has been reduced to 50, so 15 rather. So half-life, the first half-life, it will reduce to 60 becquerel. 60. After the second half-life, it will reduce to, come smaller. So it reduced to 30. So we will be having then after the third half-life, this will reduce, okay, to 15, becoming smaller. Okay, so that is 15 becquerel. So now they said 6 days later its activity is this. So now, which means the third half-life, 3 half-life is equal to 6 days. So we are asked to calculate the half-life. Okay, the half-life. So divide both side by 3. Divide both side by 3. 3 we cancel 3. So that the half-life, 3 here 1, 3 here is 2. So the half-life will be equal to 2 days. All right. As intelligent one there about radioactivity. Okay, excuse me, please. Now the next question says, the secondary pigment consists of secondary pigment. These are out of secondary. Yellow is primary, blue, green, primary. Here we don't have any primary. So magenta, yellow, and cyan is the correct answer there. A person standing waist deep in a swimming pool appears to have short legs because of light refraction. Okay, apparent change. Now the next question says, a tuning fork having a frequency of 312 Hz emits a wave which has a wavelength, okay, of 1.1. The wavelength has been given to be 1.1. Now here we are asked to calculate the velocity. Okay, so we know that velocity is the product of frequency multiplied by the wavelength. So therefore the frequency 312 multiplied by 1.1. Okay, so what do we have there? That is 343.2, okay, meter per seconds. Now in the next question, we said when the plate area of a capacitor increases, the voltage can withstand increase, the capacitance decreases, the capacitance is unaffected, the capacitance increases. All right, capacitance has actually been measured to be so now the capacitance is equal to this constant, which is relative permittivity. A is area and D is distance or separation between the two parallel plates. So now from here we can see that when the capacitance increases, the area will also increases. When the plate area of a capacitor increases, so the capacitance will equally increase. Now, a magnetic relay is a device used for controlling another circuit carrying large amount of current. So that's what we use a relay for. Okay, when current is being transferred from the primary source and distributed to all parts where they are needed. So now a relay is a device, a magnetic device that helps in controlling circuit carrying large current. Okay, current with high energy. Now the next question says, according to the kinetic molecular model gases, according to the kinetic molecular model gases, what happens to gas? The molecules are far apart and occupy all the space made available to them. The particles occur in cluster never. The particles are closely packed together. They occupy minimum no, they are not closely packed. The particles vibrate about a fixed position no, and are held together by strong no. The correct answer is this. Okay, the molecules are very far apart and occupy all space made available for them. Option C is the correct answer there. Now, in this next question, we are asked to calculate, it said the current of 0.5 amps flows through a resistor with, when connected to a 40 volt battery, how much energy is dissipated in 2 minutes? Okay, current. So how much energy? Energy is equal to IVT. So current is 0.5 and the potential difference is 40. Then time is 2 multiplied by 60. You have to convert that. That will be 120. Okay, so that is 20 multiplied by 120, that is 2400 joules. All right, a popular question here every year. Now it said a pear-shaped conductor shown above, the concentration of charge on the outside is highest at the pointed part. That is where the concentration will be higher. So that pointed part, these places are flat, so charge will not be much here. So this pointed part is where you have the correct thing, which is X, option A. Now the last question, we have diagram, and the question says the above diagram represents a semiconductor, metal insulator, or a non-metal. Now look at the band gap, okay, which is also known as the energy gap, or the forbidden gap is very small. Okay, so we can prefer and see that the correct answer there is semiconductor. Now do as much as possible to help subscribe to this channel. It will really very be effectual and effective, and will help you a lot. Share the link. Okay, try to subscribe. All right, then share the link to your friends to also gain from this. So this will really help you. All right, so you can also visit us at our centers across the nation, or you give us a call if you have any issues with any of our videos, or you want private lesson online direct. It will be as if you are just in the class. We do that too, so you can also communicate us. So do have a lovely day ahead of you. Bye.
that you could easily take away everything you've given me. And I try to remember not to take anything for granted, 'cause I